Here's a question for you. How does your organization show up to the outside world? Through marketing posts, press releases, a yearly event, or the occasional update that only a handful of people ever really see. The truth is the world forms its opinions of you and us as business people long before they ever get to speak to us. If your internal, if your external communication, I'm still stuck on last week, if your external communication is inconsistent, invisible, or stuck behind old systems, your reputation stays small, even for larger businesses, we find. So imagine if you're not getting your message out, up and out, then it can affect you even as a large business. Good evening, UK, Ireland, and Europe. Good afternoon across the US and Canada, North Americas, and good morning to our friends in the Antipodeans and anywhere else. That's an ungodly time of the morning, but we thank you for coming to watch us every Tuesday night. It is Tuesday, and wherever you're joining us from, it's 30 minutes of live streaming and digital engagement, thoughts and top tips from the globe's leading provider, OneStream Live. Now, last week we turned the camera inwards. We build connected organizations from the inside out. Tonight we take some power and turn it outwards. Okay, before I do though go on, I've got a message in. Good, look at that. We have got good morning, Joe from Bristol, Vegas. We got the great Susie Manley there. Oh, we are excited about the stuff that is coming in 2026. I can't believe it is almost that time already. 2026. Myself and Susie with the Insight Exchange, powered by OneStream Live. Okay, now remember this, because the same system that strengthens your internal communication, as we've spoken about in the first two episodes, it can transform how you reach your customers, your partners, joint venture partners, communities, and stakeholders. So tonight we will explore how to communicate that professionally with the outside world, how to turn your events, your product and your business launches, your updates into real reputation builders, to connect with your the community out there, and how OneStream Live, the world's leading provider of streaming platforms, can help can help you and your business to scale your message without scaling your workload. This is where the organization stops whispering and starts being seen. It is here. It's the Big Joe Show. Keep it here for the next 30 minutes, because we all know there's no show like a Big Joe Show. Yeah, welcome back. Susie and Melanie there in Australia, undergoing a 3-day virtual expo across the whole of Australia. It's really exciting. I go live at 9 o'clock in the morning, this morning and tomorrow morning. Susie, you are always welcome. Anybody get any points tonight for us, then please let us know. So what is the challenge? Okay, here's the reality. Most organizations really talk to the outside world in short bursts. Let me see what you do. We can do a newsletter here, a random post there, sometimes a rush video filmed in the car park. Well, some of those can be quite funny as well. And then the silence until the next big thing. Sometimes organizations pay an absolute fortune, unbelievably ridiculous absolute fortune, to agencies to produce adverts for them. And I say that because I mean no disrespect to the agency. I mean no disrespect to the businesses or organizations. But when you watch some of these, you think, oh my word, who signed off on that? It's just, and you know the amount of money that they're paying. And it's just, do you know what? It doesn't need to be overrated. If it's not real and it's not authentic, then why are you doing it? And why are you paying a fortune? Come and join OneStream Live, and come and join myself, Susie, anywhere, Christina in America, Natasha here in Ireland, any part of the team, and we will be able to do it at just such a fraction of the cost and get your message an awful lot more. Okay, because the whole thing is, what I'm talking about here is what is being done by your organization already is inconsistent, it's reactive, and it really just doesn't build trust. We know that live streaming builds the trust. It builds the like me, the know me, like me, trust me capabilities more than anything else. I was speaking to a charity recently. They do exceptional work. life-changing work. But the community only hears from them really probably twice a year, an annual appeal and the Christmas time when they have some stuff that goes out as well. Everything else really is lived inside internal documents, and there's no persistency, consistency. There's no, what are our annual targets? What are our annual message? What are our quarterly messages? What are our monthly, weekly, daily, etc., etc. The result in some of these organizations, and again, ladies and gents, I'm not criticizing anybody, I'm just telling people the facts. This Tuesday night, 30 minutes, sometimes I'll get messages saying, well, you didn't cover it, like all of these how-tos and, excuse me, all of these how-tos and things like that. Yeah, you're right, it's 30 minutes. That's why we've got OneStream.live, and in the bottom corner, you've got a little red circle with a white envelope, and you've got a real human set of customer service team. Not just customer service team, they're tech developers, so they know absolutely everything. That's what it's for. This is just to get you to think in a different way, to stretch your mind a little bit, to, yeah, big fella, you're right, that happens in our organization. So the last 2 weeks when we looked at inwards and downwards, how you can put a professional message around the inward conversation that you have with your team from the CEOs downwards. Tonight we're looking upwards and outwards, how that same branding, the same message, the same professionalism can go out to your clients, your customers, your joint venture partners, investors, whoever. The problem with the charity I speak about now, they're bloody good people, but like a lot of small to medium organizations, there's two sides to the business side of pine. Big words, what did you say? Two sides of business. There is the product or service, and that is absolutely truly world class. And there is the administration and the communication, and that is cattle class. That's not rude. That's just a fact. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to connect both of those together. So through live streaming, through OneStream Live, through myself with my company, Livestream Solutions, the likes of Susie and Christina and all of those other great people that we're working with together. What you're doing is you're elevating your brand and you're building a engaged community together. And it's as simple as that, okay? People in the charity didn't feel part of their mission. In fact, some of them didn't even really know what the mission was, didn't even realize what their part in it and how important that was. But like I say, it's not just charities, ladies and gents. Schools, SMEs, councils, enterprise groups, they all fall into the same trap. The outside world really wants to see you, wants to hear you, trust you, and understand what you stand for. Who is the person behind the brand? We know that the personal brand is so much more important, so much more important than the brand itself. Who is behind the brand? And this is where we should be showing up and showing what that community is. You need a rhythm, a presence, a professional way of showing up consistently, inwards and downwards to the people that matter, upwards and outwards to the people that matter. So here's the shift. And as if by magic, you'd think I'd pay Susie to do this, wouldn't you? Community is key for sure. And the Insight Exchange, again, like I say, what will become a 24/7 YouTube channel in 2026 that will allow other businesses and organizations and individuals to put their stories, their shows onto our channel, powered by OneStream Live. I might add again, and I make no apologies for mentioning that again, because together we're creating those capabilities to do it. There's going to be a community myself and Susie are putting together for those people across the globe. Ages 40 to 65, late Gen X into baby boomers. So what? So what's that all got to do with this? It's the same thing. It's the message. This whole 4 weeks. So, here's the shift on whatever it is you're doing. It all overlaps. It's all the same. It doesn't matter which organization I'm mentioning, which individual I'm mentioning. OneStream Live becomes your external communication engine. We already know it's inwards and downwards because the last 2 weeks we've talked about using, as like you see now, proper professional branding, name, role. We've got a ticket running at the bottom, the whole lower third things. We've got branding, Livestream solutions in my top left-hand corner, powered by OneStream Live, top right. It's all there. It all looks professional. And we've seen that in the last 2 weeks. And last month we did how do we build from scratch and build a brand within it. You get all of these things inside OneStream Live Studio. If you're not having a chat with the OneStream Live team or with myself or part of the any of the networks that we're working with, everybody I've mentioned so far, then you're really missing out. You've got a few weeks left before 2026. Now, think about the workflow that we have built last week for everything inwards and downwards. We talked about one studio, one setup, one branded look, one simple rhythm, the CEO's weekly brief on the Monday, department updates during the week ongoing, town hall maybe on the Friday, getting people ready, thanking people, saying thanks very much. This is what we've achieved. Brom, great weekend, on we go. Now imagine what I'm saying is use the same system to go upwards and outwards. Inwards, upwards and outwards towards your clients, as I've mentioned already. What you're doing here is broadcasting like a brand. That's what you're doing. Let's break into 3 practical pillars, okay? The outside in strategy. So your external updates, okay? So that's your public voice. Now, these can be monthly or quarterly messages, leadership messages. So people build that personal association that there's somebody behind the brand, not just some big or smaller organization that they don't know. When they know you, they then get to like you. Guess what? They trust. They will then buy from you as well. So you can do those leadership messages. Excuse me. Community updates. So we could see from my choosing a little bit of promotion from my OneStream Live book. Thank you very much to the marketing team for that. Absolutely love it. Stakeholder briefings, organizational wins. Be proud of what you're doing. Get your message out there. A live update every month keeps your organization present and visible. 2, you could do events and launches. It's a real hybrid made easy on that one. Open days, new programs, product releases. If you're a large organization, by the way, and you're doing a large event and you want to be live streamed, have a chat with us at OneStream Live. And the head of partnerships will have a chat because they promote OneStream Live. We, as a proud brand ambassador for them, we promote a number of different events around the globe. So we do it. Let's get in there. So if you've got an organization and you're doing an event and you want to get that message out for people who can't attend, what better way than being able to do this? Have a chat with the great team at OneStream Live. Head of partnerships, Ramsha, absolutely brilliant, just ahead of her game on everything. And we'll just do it. Just do it, that upwards and outwards thing. Get the message to even more people than those who can attend. Okay, suddenly you're speaking to hundreds across multiple platforms. Community engagement is also brilliant. I mean, that's trust by design. Charities can showcase stories. The charity I was talking about before, they're really taken with some really great ideas and putting plans in place for 2026. Schools can share achievements. Councils can live stream their town halls. Businesses can share behind the scenes updates, product launches, and all from the same workflow that you already use internally. So who's ever doing it is used to it. The people outside get used to it. There's a connection there, isn't there? You're connecting your people, your brand, and the people in the organization with the people outside. Well, I don't know why we want to over egg this or make it any more difficult. What makes us really powerful, ladies and gents, is that everything feels like you. So it's the same brand, same tone, same clarity. Inwards and downwards, your team get the same, and upwards and outwards do as well. Now, your community never wonders if it's official. They know it's coming from the source, from a trusted source. So let's bring this to life, okay? Imagine this is your organization and we are on a Monday. You're on a 5-minute, 10-minute internal CEO briefing, secure, because we can do it. You can put it onto your intranet, secure, private, for staff only. Everybody's aligned. Friday, you use the same studio. Yes, I'm repeating the message again because I really, really want you to understand it. Because if you're not messaging OneStream Live tonight or 9 o'clock tomorrow morning or getting someone in your team to, then we're missing out. And I don't want to be in the same position in 3 months' time that you've lost 3 months. we'd still be able to do things with you, but let's not lose any more time. And wait till the end. You've got a deal coming up for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. That's going to absolutely blow your mind. And that's because it didn't come from humans, by the way. But I'll explain more. Stay with me. It's all right to the end. Okay, so using the same studio, the same scenes, same branded look. But now the message is to your customers and your community, like you do for a lot of organizations, a monthly update, live streamed publicly across Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and to your own website. And again, if I have to reiterate, why to your own website? Because social media is just a funnel. Facebook, excuse me, we know that any Facebook post algorithm only shows it to about 2.5 to 5% max of your followers. So they're in control. Why? Because they and lots of other organizations want you to buy advertising. That's where billions and billions comes from. If you go live on your website, which you can do with OneStream Live, we give you a web embed code. You know, that sounds fancy. Give it to your web person who knows stuff. You know, I've got one. I know. It's a code. It goes on the site. When I click the button, it goes live to my site. Paul does all the rest of me because he's a bloody tech genius. He's brilliant. So that's what you need to do. When people are on your site, you're going upwards and outwards. And when you're driving people to your site, they are more likely to buy, click, join a community, buy a product, join a course, whatever. They're not as likely to do it if they're watching you through LinkedIn, through Facebook, through users, something else, because especially Facebook, for example, and some of the others are the same, they don't like you going externally. So go to your website and we can have you set that up as well. So what you've done in that, live stream, you've talked about what you've achieved, what's coming next, who's helping you, why it matters, who are your joint venture partners. Bring some of the joint venture partners on, some of your suppliers, put them on your live stream. Show how the community is connecting there together, you know, the suppliers, the venture partners. And this is all because OneStream Live allow you to stream everywhere at once. So we can stream up to 50 different locations, should you wish to include your website. Incredible. You lock them all into the virtual studio. Technology does the rest. You press the button, you go live, it goes live to all those places at once. That's just mind-blowing. And other stuff that's coming over the next year or so, you know, let's get you started first and get you sorted. You record automatically, where else you can then clip key moments for short content. So you show a little short burst, 30 seconds to 2 minutes, especially on the platforms that prefer those. And then that links you back to the full show. A single live stream show, you can do a newsletter, a blog article for it. We know that those are short videos. We know that they all hit different areas, and there is a thing, if I remember rightly, I think it's called semantics for learning, visual, hearing, and feeling. Some people like to listen, some people like to read, some people like to watch, etc., etc. You can also do a social post. You can do an internal update. You know, that's not, I have to say, that's not marketing. That's communication at its best. One message, multiple outputs, shared everywhere. Let's have another comment from the great Susie M. I've used a few different platforms. I have to say that OneStream Live is definitely a standout. The features are just brilliant and makes it so easy to truly showcase you and your business. And just to reiterate, repurposing your content is so powerful. Absolutely spot on, Suze. And it is. Honestly, and not because I'm connected with OneStream Live. I'm connected with them because I believe in them. I'm vested in them, and I've got no shares or nothing. But I am truly vested in them as a company, because the three directors, all of the teams who head up the different departments, it's like a huge family, and it's brilliant. It really, really is. Here's a couple of real life cases, I think. So I think we covered charities, but we'll do it again, I suppose, because that was the top of my list this morning. Excuse me. Monthly impact updates from the charity, event live streams, donor briefings. That's a really good one. Imagine doing an event where you've got donors. So you could do a donor briefing, and then you've got an event where you're then raising money. You know, a bit like what's the big one they do for the I was going to say the Toy Story, the kids' Christmas toy show here in Ireland, the charity ones, the cancer ones that have stand up for cancer, stuff like that in the UK, America, and across Europe, all those other places that all have them as well. Imagine being able to do something like that live. Again, I go back to, if you've got a big event like that and you want some live stream support, excuse me, and it's big enough, then come and have the conversation with us, and we'll see what we can do with partnerships. It all starts with a conversation. That's all part of the communication thing, isn't it? Who else? So charity schools, parents updates, student celebration, board announcements, small to medium enterprises, continue product demos, recruitment live streams, quarterly updates. Governments and councils tend to use live streaming more. It's not enough. It's a scratch on the scratch of the surface, but there are more, certainly across UK and Ireland now, who are wanting to get involved more and more and more. Churches and faiths, they do an awful lot, and being able to promote the service out, very, very effective during COVID, and has continued to grow since. So again, if you're involved with a church or any sort of interfaith type thing, then again, get in touch. The team, we've got a specialist element who have grown some of these into massive capabilities. Enterprise as well. Hybrid conferences, policy updates, internal and external stakeholder. It's anybody. I do get asked who this is useful for. It is just about anybody. And the biggest one, though, is if you have an existing community. She is reading my mind from all the way 10 hours away in Australia. Excuse me. If you've got an existing community, or you want to build a community, then this is the way to do it. This is live streaming at its best. This is the way you build your community. Or if you've got that community, how you get that message out there even more. Yeah, live streaming, Sue's on a roll tonight as ever. It allows you to connect with other people. So there we are. What you're doing is the same workflow, only the audience changes in inwards and downwards for your internal, your staff, your own people, upwards and outwards for your clients, your joint venture partners, your customers, anybody else. That's it. Here's your takeaways tonight in part 3. Your organization already has the stories. It already has the impact. It already has the value. What's missing really is the method of showing it consistently to the outside world. OneStream Live gives you that method. One studio, one workflow, one professional channel for every conversation inside and outside of your organization. Now, next week, before I wrap up, next week, episode 4, we are wrapping up this month's series. I've got something really exciting for December through to the end of next March, 4-month series, where we're looking at pain points for streamers and creators and what's going to happen in 2026. And we'll also be targeting January, February, March next year, some specific genres of streamers and creators, and all of those pain points that you've got. We're going to address them. The team at OneStream Live have put together some fantastic mini series. More of that will come next week. What we will do next week, we are going to show you how to have a secure, scalable, what's the expression I'm looking for, future ready, how to protect your content, how to manage and access and build a communication system that will genuinely help you grow into 2026 and beyond. Now, coming up to Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Yeah, Suze, it's a very good one. Being able to see the comments in real time. So we have a thing called integrated chat. And you can do this internally and externally. And what happens is, for pages, so on pages on Facebook, and groups, but not the individual profile, on YouTube and others. The messages come in directly here, like these are, and then I can then show them in here. What a brilliant way to absolutely engage. Thanks for that, Sue. Great. Yeah, it's coming up to Black Friday and Cyber Monday. There's been some strange goings on in headquarters OneStream Live in Finland. The AI have genuinely taken over temporarily. Temporarily have taken over control of what's happening, monitored and seeing how it works. The algorithm has already sent the humans to Lord knows where, I don't know. But until the 5th of December, they came up with this was going to be the best way to help an individual or a business or an organization. So you've got 40% off any monthly plan. And you've got 10% off a full yearly plan before the 5th of December. There's more things coming out. I'll be putting stuff out on Facebook tomorrow. OneStream Live, I've got stuff going across LinkedIn, Facebook. Go to the Facebook, by the way, and join the OneStream Live Facebook community. Really, really interesting. Really, really good. For those on LinkedIn, follow us on LinkedIn. Go to YouTube and subscribe, because the amount of stuff that's on there is absolutely amazing. So the AI have got rid of the humans until the 5th of December. The AI is running things absolutely unbelievably and giving you a full 40% off the monthly plan and an unbelievable 10% off any annual plan. And after that, after the 5th of December, humans will be back in control, and then we'll refer to what's still a brilliant package that it is already. Ladies and gents, if tonight sparked ideas for your school, for your charity, for your council, for your department, for your business, for your community group, then connect with me, drop me a comment, book a look-see through go to onestream.live and ask for one of BJS's, Big Joe Shep's look-see sessions in the virtual studio. Okay, and we will do that with you. Really, really want to get as many people started because this is just going to grow and grow and grow in 2026. Next Tuesday is the big finish. We wrap the series up, as I've said, and we get you ready for 2026 and beyond. I'm Joe Shepherd, streaming partner and very, very proud brand ambassador for OneStream Live. This is the Big Joe Show, and there ain't no show like a Big Joe Show. But with OneStream Live, one channel, every conversation, OneStream Live, and we will see you next Tuesday for the final part.